All right, so this should be the final video you're seeing for the day. And this video is going to be over identifying if you have a vertical stretch or a vertical compression, okay? And these are kind of tricky. So let me show you what I mean. So let me go to share screen, Desmos, and we're back on the calculator. So let me clear this real quick. That's from the last video, okay? So again, start with the parent function, just like we always do, right? X squared. So what a vertical stretch or vertical compression, the way to tell that is if you have a number in the front, okay? You look for the numbers in the front. So easy example, right? Let's say I have 2x squared, right? You see how the black one's the parent function, right? You see how the red one's just a little bit skinnier, okay? That means we vertically stretched that function, right? We stretch that parabola, okay? So what you're looking for is you're looking for the number in front, okay? Now, because that number is greater than 1, so this is gonna be kind of long. Let me kind of move it over here. So if number in front is greater than 1, it is a vertical stretch, okay? That is the key. Let me make that bigger. It is a vertical stretch, okay? So again, that means we're like taking the bottom of the parabola and the top and we're stretching it. We're making it skinnier, okay? So if the number in front is greater than 1, then it's a vertical stretch, okay? So let's look at another one. Let's say, let me get out of that. Let me look at another example. So let's say I have, I don't know, we could say 5x squared, and you could say minus 7, something like that, right? Okay. So again, we're looking for a vertical stretch or compression. We're looking for the number in front, okay? So let me put a little box on it. So we're looking at this, only looking at this, okay? So the number in front is greater than 1, right? So that means I have a vertical stretch because this number in front is greater than 1. That's it. If it has a number in front and it's greater than 1, it could be 2, 3, 7, 100, whatever it is. If it's greater than 1, it's a vertical stretch, okay? Now let's look at another type of example that we might see. So let's say I have, well, let me I'll leave those on there. So let's say I have 1/2, let's say x minus 2 squared, let's say minus 7, right? Something way down there. So this graph looks really weird than anything we've seen, right? But if you can kind of tell, here, let me bring it up so it's next to it. So you can kind of tell between the black one and the green one, right? Remember, the black is the parent function. The green is our new parabola. It's this one. So this one's a little wider, okay? Remember the other ones where the number in front was greater than 1, those were a little skinnier. So since it's a little wider, we call that a vertical compression. Like we're squeezing it and making it wider, okay? So the way to tell that is since the number in front, since this number is in between 1 or 0, okay? So I'm gonna type that out. So if the number in front is between 0 and 1, that is a vertical, spell that wrong, vertical compression, okay? That one seems kind of tricky, right? But it's just, let me quickly move it over here. Nope, can't do that. So if the number in front is between 0 and 1, so most of the time that's going to be like a fraction, okay? So if I have like 1/2, 3/4, 1/3, any of those fractions, that's between 0 and 1, right? So that's a vertical compression. Okay, so let's look at another example. So if I have, let's say, let me get rid of that one. Let's say I have 1/4 x squared minus 7, something like that, right? So see how this purple parabola is even wider than the black one, and even much wider than the green one, right? It's super wide. So again, if we're looking for vertical compression, we look at the number in front. So it's 1/4. Is 1/4 between 0 and 1, or is it greater than 1? Okay. So 1/4 is between 0 and 1. So we can say this is a vertical compression. Okay, it's a vertical compression. Does that kind of make sense? So those are the two rules, and those are a bunch of examples of them. So if you're looking for vertical stretch or vertical compression, you look at the number in front. Okay. If the number in front is greater than 1, like these two examples, it's a vertical stretch. Okay, every single time. It could be 2, 3, 5, 500, whatever. If it's greater than 1, it's a vertical stretch. If your number in front is between 0 and 1, so if it's like it's a fraction between 0 and 1, if it's a decimal between 0 and 1, it's a vertical compression. Okay, so that means it's getting wider. Vertical stretch, it gets skinnier. Vertical compressions, it gets wider. Okay, so that's it for this video. Again, hopefully this is the last one you saw, and that's all the transformations. Okay, so tomorrow we're gonna have an assignment where we're still kind of identifying the transformations, and then by the end of the week, hopefully we'll be able to put it all together, and you'll be able to kind of pick out all the transformations. Okay, so make sure you watch these videos. If you have any questions, email me. And I'll be having Zoom meetings every day at 11 for an hour. So if you have time, you have nothing to do, if you have questions, just log on at 11 and I'll try my best to answer all the questions. Okay. So I'll see y'all then. And how do I end this? Oh, there we go.